Good morning students, welcome in this class. This video is for class 8, subject Social Science. Today we are going to start Civics chapter 5, Judiciary. It is the first lecture of this chapter, and in today's lecture, topics to be discussed are: first one, introduction of the chapter; second, what is the role of judiciary? Third topic, functions of judiciary or role of judiciary. And fourth one, what is an independent judiciary? And in last, homework will be assigned to you. So let's start today's discussion. Yes friends, first I'll give introduction of the chapter. Yes, as we know that there are three organs of our government, and about these organs we have studied in our previous chapters also. So what are three organs of the government? First one, legislature; second, executive; and third one, judiciary. In our previous chapters we have studied about two that organs of the government, legislature and executive, and in today's lecture we will study about the third organ of the government, that is judiciary. Okay, so legislature. Yes, as we know that legislature is the organ of the government which makes the law for the whole country. Okay, means legislature is the law making body. Second one is there, executive. Yes, executive, the main function of this organ is to implement the law which are made by legislature. Okay, and third one is judiciary. Okay, actually judiciary provides justice. Okay, so now about judiciary we will study in details. Okay students, yes, when we read in newspaper we come across certain articles that mention the work of courts in our country. Actually judiciary is a system of court, or it is a mechanism of court system. Okay, so when we read newspaper or that hear the news at TV channel, okay, or magazine, then many you can say articles that we see and which mention the work of courts in our country. These courts are needed. Okay, so what is the main functions of the court? Actually the courts are needed to uphold the rules of law. Okay, so what do you mean by rule of law? Actually rule of law means that the rules, okay, or so law means are equal for everyone, means every person is equal in the eyes of law. If he or she violates the law, so a particular set of fixed procedure has to be followed. Okay, so to enforce these rules, India has its own judicial system, court system, and under the system there is a mechanism of courts that people can approach if they come across cases of law being violated. Understood about then judiciary? Okay, so means law apply equally to all people. That is the meaning of rule of law. Just I told you that India has a system of rule of law, which means that laws are equal for everyone. Okay, कि everyone is equal in front of law or rules. A certain set of fixed procedure need to be followed when a law is violated. Okay, just I told you. Okay, means every person is equal in the eyes of law, and if he or she violates the law, so a particular set of fixed procedure has to be followed. Okay, and to enforce these rules of law we have a judicial system that consists of the mechanism of courts that a citizen can approach when a law is violated. Understood? So first thing, what is the system of or rule of law? Means all people are equal in front of law. Okay, and a certain set of rules are fixed, or a fixed procedures, okay, is needed to be followed when a law is violated. Means if any person is not followed any rules and regulations set by our society or our government, okay, so for that a fixed procedure is there to get justice. Okay, and to enforce this law of rule of law, we have a judicial system. So how can we get the justice? Through a court system, judicial system. Okay, so we have a mechanism of court system. So a citizen can approach, means can go in the court for justice if his or her laws are violated. Okay. As an organ of government, the judiciary plays a crucial role in the functioning of India's democracy. Yes, friends, as we know that India is a democratic country. Okay, and we have studied about the main pillars of our democracy, like right to equality, right to freedom. Okay, and all these rights of the people, okay, that means if they are violated, means if their fundamental rights are violated, they are not getting the rights which are given by our constitution, so they can approach, they can take the help of the court. Okay, means this judiciary system, this court system play very important role, okay, to provide or to protect the fundamental rights of Indians. Understood about it? So that is about judiciary. Okay, so now we will discuss about the judiciary. So we can come to know now that judiciary is an important organ of the government. Okay, and it shoulders the responsibility to apply the laws to specific cases and settle disputes by interpreting and applies laws. And third one, judiciary is a system of courts that interprets and applies laws in the names of the state. Okay, so we have studied about three organs, and out of these three organs, judiciary is an important organ of the government, and it performs the duties, okay, responsibility to apply, to enact these laws which are mentioned in our constitution. Okay, like to specific case or to settle the dispute among the people, okay, by a specific set of rules and regulation. Okay, so what do you mean by judiciary? That is a system of court that interpret, okay, at that means which you can say that enact the rules and regulation in the name of the state or in the name of our government. Okay, now we will discuss about the role of judiciary. Understood, friends? Okay, now means role of judiciary. Dispute resolution. The first main function, or you can say role of judiciary, is to dispute resolution. The judiciary system provides a mechanism for resolving dispute between citizens and the government, between two state government, and between the central and state government. Okay, yes, friends, as we know that a court needs to make decisions regarding a number of cases. Okay, means a number of cases are solved by courts. Okay, Supreme Court, High Court. So a court can decide varied matter like how the water of a river will be shared between two states, what punishment should be awarded to a corrupt politician, or if physical punishments need to be banned in educational institution or not. Okay, so means that our court system that make many decisions regarding a number of cases of different situations. Okay, so the work of the judiciary is divided mainly in three categories. The first is there, that is dispute resolution. Okay, so the Indian judicial system provide a mechanism to resolve any dispute, okay, that can arise between government and citizens, between two people or between citizens, between the state and central government, and between two states. Okay, means all types of dispute, whether the dispute related to two citizens or whether it is related to citizens and the government, means when government is not providing the fundamental rights to the citizens, or when there is any dispute related to the land or property between two people. Okay, and when there is any, you can say that dispute related to state governments, especially that related to the land or river water. Okay, and when there is any dispute between the center and the state government. Okay, so here can I give the example ki which type of you can say that dispute between center and state government, that just now GST, okay, related to this decision was taken by the central government, and but in the starting state government was not ready to accept this. So this was a type of you can say dispute between the center and the state government. So any type of, you can say that dispute, whether it is related to between two peoples, or that citizens and the government, or between two state government, or between the center and state government. So related to all this dispute, that which organs provide justice, okay, give decision, who has the power to resolve this this type of dispute, that is our judiciary. Okay, so the main function of the judiciary is to resolve the dispute, okay, related to different issues or matters. Understood the first main function of the judiciary? Dispute resolution. Okay, next that role of judiciary is judicial review. Judicial review. What is judicial review? Means again, dobara, judiciary has the power to strike down particular law passed by the parliament if it believes that these are violations of the basic structure of the constitution. This is called judicial review. Yes friends, actually what is there? The judiciary is considered as the final interpreter of the Indian constitution. Okay, means the decision given by the judiciary is the final decision. Okay, and it has even got the power to strike down a law passed by the parliament if it believes that there was a violation of the constitution in that case, and this process is known as judicial review. Means sometimes some rules are that which are passed by the parliament, okay, but if our judiciary thinks that this type of law that means can violates the fundamental rights of the people, or can that means there was a violations of the constitution in this type of cases, so and in that situation the judicial means our judicial system or judiciary can reject these laws. Okay, and this type of decision given by the judiciary is known as judicial review. Okay, understood? So this is the second main function of the judiciary. First, that is dispute resolution. Second, judicial review. And the third main function of our judiciary is upholding the laws and enforcing fundamental rights. Every citizen of India can approach the Supreme Court or High Court if they believe that their fundamental rights have been violated. Understood? Yes, what is this? Actually means if a citizen believes that his or her fundamental rights has been violated, so in that case he or she can approach the High Court of the respective state or the Supreme Court. Means if any person is not getting their right, if their rights are violated, so they can take help from the court, okay, for justice, okay, for the protections of their fundamental rights. Understood? So these are the three main functions of, you can say, judiciary. First one is there, that is resolving dispute. Second one, that is judicial review. And third one, upholding the laws and enforcing fundamental rights. Understood? So this is the main topic or question of the chapter. Describe the role of judiciary. Okay. Now we will discuss about the first High Court in India when it was set up. Okay. The first High Court were set up by the British in the presidencies of Madras, Calcutta and Bombay in 1862. The Delhi High Court was established in 1966. Currently, India has 25 High Courts while several states have their own High Courts. Okay. So students, actually the first High Courts were set up in 3 presidency. We have studied in our history chapter that Britishers divided India into 3 main presidency, that were Bombay, Madras and Calcutta. The first High Courts were set up in all these 3 presidencies in 1862. Okay. So after that, okay, after the Indian independence, the first the Delhi High Court was established in 1966. Now India has 25 High Courts, and while we know that we have studied that in each state there has a you can say its own High Court, but not in this way. Actually total 25 High Courts are there, and what is the reason behind it? That actually some you can say states have common High Court. As you know that Punjab and Haryana, okay, they have common High Court in Chandigarh. Okay. So the state of Punjab and Haryana have a common High Court at Chandigarh. Okay, and if we talk about the northeastern state, so in which Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, Nagaland, they have common High Court. And where is this High Court is there? That is in Guwahati. Okay, so you must know about it. Name the 2 states which have a common High Court, that were Punjab and Haryana. Okay, and which is the main where the main you can say High Court of northeastern state. So that is in Guwahati. Telangana, okay, Hyderabad, and Andhra Pradesh, Amravati. These are the capital. Okay, have separate High Court from January 1st, 2019. Earlier they were that the common state at that time, okay, Andhra Pradesh, but now it means it was divided into 2 parts. One is Telangana, second is Andhra Pradesh, and now they have a separate High Court also. Understood about it? Okay, so you must know about all these years when these High Courts were set up in India. Okay, now our next topic, what is independent judiciary? Okay students, actually always we say that Indian judiciary is independent. So what do you mean by this? Yes. So students, actually that independent judiciary, it means that suppose that a powerful politicians, here first I will that give an example, after that I will explain it. It will be very helpful to you understood the meaning of independent judiciary. So I am giving the example, listen carefully, that suppose that a powerful politician has illegally occupied a land that belongs to your family. Okay, so within that judicial system, the politician has the power to appoint or dismiss any judge. Okay, but it is clear that judge may be partial in this case, fearing dismissal. Okay, fearing dismissal or that removing from his job or duty. So since the politician has control over the judge, the latter will be unable to take an independent decision. So since there is a lack of independence while making decision, therefore the judge will be forced to decide in favor of the corrupt politician. Okay, so although there have been cases of powerful and rich people trying to influence the judicial process through various means, this can be prevented. So the Constitution of India clearly mentions that the judiciary in India has to be independent. Understood? And for that the main feature which is taken in this judicial system, that is separation of power. Now we will discuss about it. Means the independence of judiciary means other branches of government, the legislature and the executive, can't interfere in the work of judiciary. This is also known as separation of power. What does it mean, separation of power? Actually, the separation of power is one of the aspect of this independence. It means that the two branches, which are the two other branches, executive and legislature, they are not supposed to interfere in the work and decisions of the judiciary. Okay, means judiciary is independent. No political party, okay, no rich or wealthy people can't interfere in the work of judiciary. Okay, the court are not under the government and do not act on their behalf. Okay, this is also known as the independence judiciary. Okay, means the court in India do not function on behalf of its government, and nor are they under its control. Means they work independently. And to ensure that this separation works well, it is important that the judges of the Supreme Court as well as the High Courts are appointed without any interference from any branch of the Indian government. Okay, so it is difficult to remove a judge once he or she has been appointed to the office. Understood? So this I told you. So independence of the judiciary allows the court to play a central role in ensuring that there is no misuse of power by the legislature and executive. This I explain you that the other two organs can't interfere in the work of judiciary, and independence of the judiciary play important role in protecting the fundamental rights of the citizen. Ki how that judiciary plays important role in protecting the fundamental rights of the citizens. Okay, so beta here I will give example. Okay, if you have remembered that in your 7th standard, okay, you had studied the laborer case who had got injured. Okay, since several hospitals, actually I forgot the name of the person, I think Ansari was there. Okay, that person was Ansari, and when he was traveling by a train and he met an accident. Okay, and in that case that several you can see government hospital refused to admit him, and his condition was very worst, and when that you can say the government hospital refused to admit him, then he took treatment in a private hospital. Okay, and after that means when he cure from this disease, okay, and when he will be you can say fit and fine, so in that situation he filed his case in the Supreme Court, and the judges ruled that Article 21, okay, provides every person to right to life, which is our fundamental right. So it also involves the right to health. So it means that it is the duty of the government to provide all you can say basic facilities related to the health of the peoples in the government hospital. So when these government hospitals refused to admit it and there were no bed facilities that were there, so he filed a case. Okay, and so in that situation you can say it directed to so at the time is the court system. When he filed this case in the court, so that what decision was given by the court. So in this situation that the court gave the decision, and the court directed the West Bengal government to pay that compensatory amount to this labor. Okay, and he also asked the government to come up with a blueprint regarding primary health care where the patient could be directly treated during a period of emergency. Okay, so in this way, when that people are not getting their fundamental rights or their fundamental rights are violated, then in that situation they can go in the court for justice. Okay, just I give the example when Ansari didn't get this basic facilities related to the health, and it is our fundamental right, so that he filed a case in the court, and that In return, the state government of the West Bengal has to pay a big amount for his treatment or as a penalty. Understood, beta? So in the we have were studying about the independent judiciary. So we told that judiciary played important role in protecting the fundamental rights of the citizen. So the judiciary system in India is independent. So it ensures that there is no misuse of power by the executive and the legislature, and it has an important role in protecting fundamental right of a common Indian, since they can approach the court at any level if they feel that their rights are being violated. Understood, students? Okay, so beta, in today's lecture we have studied about the three main topic: meaning of judiciary, role or function of judiciary, and how judiciary is independent. Now related to this topic, some question answer will be assigned to you. Okay, so in which first question is there, what do you understand by law? Second, what does judiciary mean? Third one, how is the work of the judiciary categorized? So I told you three category, that is resolving dispute, second one is that judicial review, and third one upholding laws and fundamental rights. Now question 4, how can we say that Indian judiciary is independent? So in this I told you that the 3 points you can write here. First is about separation of power, that other 2 organs can't interfere in the work of judiciary. Second point, that judiciary doesn't work under the government on its behalf. Understood? Or it works independently. Ki the judges of judiciary or the court, once they are appointed, it is not so easy to remove from their work or post. So in this way we can say Indian judiciary is independent. Okay students, so in this way beta, our today's lecture is completed. Tomorrow we will meet again with our next lecture. Thank you. Have a nice day.